When delicious food turns comical, hey foodies and fun lovers, welcome back to the channel. We all love a good meal, right? That moment when you take the first bite of something absolutely divine. It's pure magic. But what happens when that magic takes a sharp turn into comedy? Today, we're diving into the hilarious world of culinary catastrophes and kitchen chaos, exploring those moments when delicious food decides to be downright comical. From gravity-defying noodle spills to cakes that look more like modern art disasters, we've all been there. It's that split second when your perfectly crafted sandwich decides to deconstruct itself mid-air, or when the sauce you lovingly prepared ends up decorating the ceiling instead of the pasta. These aren't just fails. They're stories waiting to be told, moments that transform a potential dinner disaster into a memory you'll laugh about for years. So grab a snack, hopefully one that stays on your plate, and get ready to explore the funny side of food. Let's start with a classic, the baking blunder. You've seen the pictures online that nailed it. Memes. You follow the recipe to the letter. You've got the flour, the sugar, the eggs, and a picture of a glorious three-tiered masterpiece in your mind. Hours later, what emerges from the oven looks less like a cake and more like a volcanic eruption. The frosting is sliding off like a sad, sugary landslide, and the decorations you so carefully placed have sunk into a gooey abyss. It's a moment of pure despair, followed almost immediately by uncontrollable laughter. Why do we find this so funny? I think it's because it's so relatable. Baking is a science, and sometimes our kitchen experiments go wonderfully wrong. It's the gap between our grand ambitions and the often hilarious reality that gets us every time. I remember trying to make a rainbow cake once. It was supposed to have vibrant, distinct layers. What I got was a murky, brownish-green blob. It tasted fine, but it looked like something a swamp monster would bake. We couldn't stop laughing as we ate it. Then there's the art of the spill. You're carrying a bowl of soup, hot and fragrant, navigating the treacherous landscape of your own home. You're focused, you're careful, you're practically a ninja of noodle transportation. And then, it happens. A rogue shoelace, an unseen toy, or just a sudden loss of coordination, and boom! That beautiful soup is now an abstract painting on your clean floor. The initial shock is real, but then you see it a single meatball that has rolled perfectly under the sofa, or a noodle clinging desperately to the wall like a tiny, starchy rock climber. It's absurd. The mess is a nightmare, but the visual is pure comedy. It's like the universe is playing a prank on you. The same goes for drinks. Ever watch someone try to open a shaken-up bottle of soda? The suspense is killer, and the inevitable explosion is always a crowd-pleaser, as long as you're not the one getting soaked. It's a moment of shared, fizzy chaos. Let's talk about presentation fails. You see these chefs on TV elegantly drizzling sauce in a perfect swirl and placing a single microgreen with tweezers. So you try it at home. You want to impress your family, your friends, maybe just your cat. You get your fanciest plate. You try the elegant drizzle, but it comes out like a blob. You attempt to stack your food into a trendy tower, and it immediately collapses like a Jenga game gone wrong. You try to write something in chocolate sauce, and it looks like an unreadable prescription from a doctor with a shaky hand. The food itself might be Michelin star worthy in taste, but it looks like a toddler was your head chef. There's a certain charm to it though. It's a reminder that cooking is about love and nourishment, not just about being picture perfect for social media. A lopsided pancake stack made with love is 1,000 times better than a flawless but soulless dish. And we can't forget the unexpected food discoveries. You bite into what you think is a simple chocolate chip cookie, only to discover it's actually oatmeal raisin. The betrayal, or you're at a party and grab a delicious-looking appetizer, pop it in your mouth, and realize it's something you absolutely despise, like an olive disguised as a grape. Now you're faced with a social dilemma. Swallow the offending item with a pained smile, or find a discreet way to dispose of it in a nearby potted plant. These little food-based surprises can be jarring, but in hindsight, they're hilarious. It's the element of surprise, the sudden plot twist in your snacking experience, that makes it so memorable. Think about the first time you ever tried a super sour candy. The immediate pucker, the watering eyes, the frantic search for water. It's a physical comedy routine in itself. Misunderstandings in the kitchen are another goldmine for comedy. Maybe you misread the recipe and used a tablespoon of salt instead of a teaspoon. The look on everyone's face after the first bite is priceless. It's that shared moment of, wait, is it just me, or does this taste like the ocean? Or perhaps you grabbed the cinnamon thinking it was coming. A sweet and spicy surprise for your savory chili. These mix-ups happen to the best of us. They're a humbling reminder that even with the best intentions, a tiny mistake can completely change the game. I once accidentally used powdered sugar instead of flour to coat some chicken. It caramelized into this weirdly sweet, crunchy shell. It was an experience. Not a good one, taste-wise, but definitely a funny story for the books. The chicken looked beautiful, golden brown, and perfect, which made the first bite even more of a comedic shock. And what about when food fights back? I am talking about the grapefruit that squirts you directly in the eye the second you stick a spoon in it. The champagne cork that ricochets off the ceiling and lands perfectly in the punch bowl. The stubborn pistachio that refuses to open, no matter how much you plead and pry. Or the ultimate act of defiance, the slice of toast that lands butter side down. It's a law of physics, I'm convinced. It's as if these inanimate objects have a mind of their own, and their sole purpose is to create minor, comedic inconveniences in our lives. It's frustrating in the moment, but it's also undeniably funny. You can't help but laugh at the sheer audacity of a piece of bread to so perfectly ruin your morning. Ultimately, these comical food moments bring us together. Sharing a story about a burnt dinner or a cake that imploded is a way of connecting. It shows that we're all human. We all make mistakes, and we can all find the humor in our own imperfections. Laughter is, after all, the best seasoning. It can turn a kitchen disaster into a legendary family tale. These moments remind us not to take ourselves or our cooking too seriously. The goal is to enjoy the process and the company, even if the final product looks like a science experiment gone wrong. The pressure to create perfect, Instagram-worthy meals is huge, but the real joy is in the making, the sharing, and yes, even the failing. So the next time your souffle falls flat or your barbecue goes up in flames, take a picture, have a good laugh, and maybe order a pizza. You've just created a story, and that's just as valuable as a perfect meal. What are some of your funniest food fails? I would absolutely love to hear them. Share your stories in the comments below. Let's create a huge thread of culinary comedies. I bet we have some incredible tales of kitchen chaos to share. From rogue ingredients to gravity-defying accidents, let's celebrate the moments when our food decided to have a personality of its own. It's a great reminder that even when things go wrong, as long as you can laugh about it, everything will be all right. Thanks for hanging out with me today and reminiscing about these delicious disasters. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like and subscribe so I can serve you better content. Until next time, keep cooking, keep laughing, and don't worry about the spills. See ya!